Hi, my name's Reese with SCA Construction, and in today's video I want to go over what you guys are going to get from one of our stormwater inspection reports, just like the one we're putting together today. This customer contacted us to make sure they're going to do their due diligence for the upcoming year to figure out how to plan, prioritize, and budget for the stormwater system that they've got on this property. Now, we do these kinds of inspections for anywhere from single-family homes, entire neighborhoods, shopping malls, commercial facilities, and everything in between. And they might not always be for major repairs that are obvious. A lot of times, just like this case scenario, they're just for the due diligence process so they can budget, plan, and prioritize all of the systems and maintenance that might come up on a property like this. And so let's get started and let's go ahead and hop in the sky. Right now, we're going to go through what happens on site, but in the second half of this video, our team member Ryan's going to go through what the produced map and report contains and walk you guys through it. But getting to it, with every property we go to, the first thing we do is develop a game plan on how to find all of the systems that are going to be in our report. On large expansive properties like entire neighborhoods, typically we'll drive around or do a quick drone scan to get the lay of the land. In more consolidated areas, we'll do a walkthrough grid pattern on foot, collecting our data as we go. Most oftentimes, the first place we go to is going to be the detention or retention pond because it's the easiest to find and it tells us a lot about the overall health of the stormwater system. Most of the time, the biggest, most pressing issues are going to be located here. So we walk through the gate all along the pond banks to take a look at the outlet control structure, the inlets, the outlets, and anything else around the pond. Once we're done there, we walk back up the hill to the parking lot and start scanning for drop inlets, curb inlets, and any swales that we might find. We take our tool and carefully open the grate to inspect for trash, blockages, damage, sinkholes, and any other failure point that might be obvious. After that, we're going to take a photo, measure the depth, and then get the location that we're going to use to put together and categorize our map later. Although it might not seem significant, anywhere where water is going to be passing through is going to be important to us. Areas like these typically aren't failure points, but because stormwater is going to pass through, we like to take a look at them anyway. While this is just a stormwater inspection, we do remain cognizant of things like safety hazards that we might find while walking around the property. For example, we found a large piece of rusted rebar that was outside of the fence perimeter on the detention pond. This might not be something that we put on our scope of work, but definitely something that we're going to let the owner know to make sure that there's not going to be an injury hazard for his pedestrians walking around the site. Finally, to get our good deed in for the day, we happily return a customer's shopping cart that was parked far away. Now that our field inspection is complete, we're going to head back to the office and put together the proposal and mapping of our findings. Stick around as our team member Ryan walks us through the inspection map that we just completed.
My name is Ryan Bailey. I am the Senior Estimator and Project Manager for SCA Construction. And I'd like to take a moment to share with you our stormwater inspection program. This is a part of our maintenance program where we provide homeowners, board presidents, property managers with a comprehensive look at their stormwater system, being able to identify problem areas, mapping out the overall structures and components of the system, and being able to then take a look from an interactive map, identifying the areas, deficient areas. It's a full comprehensive map with pictures and giving you an outline of areas that need to be maintained, areas that need to have re-inspections done, as well as just being able to overall understand the system and the parts and pieces of it, how it works and where it goes. So if you would, we'd kindly ask that you follow along in this video, walking through our proposal, the inspection, the comprehensive map that outlines all of these areas, and understanding that the product that is provided is more of a tool and a resource to use for further planning and development. So recently we conducted an inspection at a market plaza. It was a large parking lot facility with multiple stormwater structures. We had flume areas, drop inlets, a detention pond, lots of pipe, and in a large square foot parking lot facility like this, without a map, this large parking lot of storm drain structures was hard to identify. And in our conducted inspection, we identified multiple areas where trash and debris was piling up. We noticed that the drop inlet structures, many of them were awfully deep, still had trash and sediment in them. Other areas were quite shallow. We outlined deficient areas where potholes had been formed, where there may have been damage or erosion. And with this inspection, we were able to provide a thorough proposal about the remedy and repair for these areas. So in this proposal, we talk about stormwater system maintenance. We identified an area where there was asphalt repair needed. We located that in our proposal, as well as the remedy for repair on how to fix that. Further down the line, we had a detention pond where there was lots of vegetation and trash and debris that was sticking out from the pond that ultimately this system was meant to capture, but it's an overall eyesore, and it also potentially, if not resolved, allows that trash and debris to go other areas. In our proposal, we identify areas where there's vegetation to be removed, sediment to be removed, our method of hauling off. We talk about cleaning out and agitating the riprap around a head wall. Other areas we identified within areas where erosion was caused by washout, we talk about a remedy of repair for it. Further in our proposal, we outline an overview of the map, so you have a overview and high-level view of where these areas are. So in our stormwater inspection, we use a basic color scheme to identify these problem areas. Our green areas are free of maintenance, they're operating functionally. Our yellow areas require minor or minimal maintenance, or just a caution of an area to look out for. And if you have red on the stormwater inspection program map, you'll often need to have further repairs done, and our proposal should outline the repairs for that. In the proposal, you'll also receive an attachment, further just enlarging this area and showing a high-level overview of the map area. So now we would like to take a look at our interactive map provided with this inspection report. This operates out of Google Earth Pro, so you can download this file to your computer using the app Google Earth. You can open this file and now have an interactive look at these problem areas. Again, to relay our color scheme, so the green areas are no maintenance, the yellow areas require minimal maintenance or just something to look out for, and the red areas on the map will show areas that are not functioning properly, that need further repair or immediate attention, and this map shows and outlines that in a very interactive format where you can select pictures from the drop-down menu. So once you've downloaded the program Google Earth, and you've uploaded the file from your stormwater inspection report, you can now see that we've sorted these by category. We have asphalt repair, we have a damaged gate in the detention pond, we have areas of erosion, we have areas with no maintenance needed. These areas are all of the green areas. We talk about the removal of debris, the removal of sediment, and removal of vegetation. So for this exercise, we would like to zoom in on the area around the detention pond, and during our inspection, we have multiple areas and points that have uploaded with pictures. So once we select a picture, we have the latitude and longitude of its exact location from where the picture was taken. We have a brief note about the deficiency or the maintenance issue needed, as well as the location of where it was found. In looking at the detention pond, we can see that multiple areas have trash and debris accumulated that will often result in further washout downstream. So as we look at the detention pond area, we see pictures and photographic evidence where there was trash, debris, and vegetation that had been left in the pond bank. So from this picture, we can see that the downstream side of the dam had overgrowth and vegetation, and as we look at the actual outlet control structure, there's vegetation accumulation as well as sediment accumulation that should be removed and reinforced with riprap. In our stormwater inspection, we identify every drop inlet within the parking lot, we measure its depth, and we take a look inside of the structure, removing the top grate, measuring the depth, identifying what type of pipe is in the structure, as well as if any repairs are needed in the structure. Also making observations if there was sediment buildup or trash accumulation inside of the structure. Each of these structures are identified and located on the map in their exact locations to be able to then maintain them at a further date. This stormwater inspection provides as a historical log of your stormwater inspections. You can identify problem areas where after they've been maintained one time, further down the road, these areas may require more additional maintenance, and being able to historically look at those from a map perspective gives you a much better plan as to how you're going to manage your stormwater system.
Okay, I hope you guys understand a little bit better about what you might get out of one of our stormwater inspection reports like we've just completed today. If you guys want one of these inspections or have a couple more questions, please feel free to reach out to us at sca.construction for more information. And as always, thanks for watching.